Welcome back to our 9th episode of Four Guys No Lies. And this is our final episode, so we will be revealing my face today. Ta-da! I am the giraffe. Today we'll be discussing topics that our classmates had asked us and whatever we found online. There's some nice, interesting topics. Our debaters will be the blonde and the ginger. Shake hands. Here's how it works. I'll ask a question, they'll debate. If we have a tie, the beard will be the final decision. Whatever he says goes.
Okay.
Question number 1 came from our classmates. Does charcoal toothpaste actually work? Kyle, you may start.
I defer to Mr. Blonde.
Okay.
Okay, so my opinion on this is, in fact, it does not work. Charcoal toothpaste is a lie. Created by the government to try to make a little more money. They can, because it costs more, they get more sales tax off of it. So basically, it's not the charcoal. They're actually putting bleach in the toothpaste that is whitening your teeth. It's not the charcoal, but because they label it as charcoal, it seems safe, and they can charge more, therefore more sales tax.
Well, not only one, but all of those claims are wrong and unsubstantiated. I'd like to say that yes, charcoal toothpaste does work from an anatomical and physiological point of view. The enamel is the layer around the teeth that protects them, and while this can get covered up with various dirt and grime, the charcoal adds a much needed texture to toothpaste, and adds also the chemical ability to break down the gunk on the teeth and remove them with vigorous brushing. That's why the charcoal helps to get into the spaces between the teeth. Also, charcoal toothpaste in the long run does not cost more than regular toothpaste. Government does not collect more sales tax. It is in the private sector, so the government has no impact on it anyways. And I don't believe that the toothpaste companies would risk their business over an unsafe habit.
Do you have any final statements?
Yes, I do. So obviously, this man has been convinced by the government of their lies, so I don't know that we can take his opinion fully, and in fact it does cost more, and in fact the government does collect on this sales tax.
Any final statements?
While I am one for a good conspiracy theory, this is not the place to search for it. Charcoal toothpaste, while maybe not preferable, is effective, and the question is not ultimately whether it is the best, it is whether it is effective. The effectiveness of charcoal toothpaste cannot be countered.
And since they disagreed, Mr. Beard, who's the winner of this debate?
I'm gonna have to go with the ginger here.
Ginger 1, blonde 0.
Looks like the government's slowly taking over. What a disappointment.
Next question also comes from our classmates. What is a proper length and width of a nice mustache?
I'll begin because I deferred last time. Well, I feel like there are two avenues you can go with this. So either 1, no mustache. Sort of like this entire couch, even though you may think he has a mustache, he does not. If you choose to have a mustache, then there is only one option, and that is full, huge mustache, handlebar across the face, like Kenneth Branagh on Murder of the Orient Express. That is the mustache that you must have in order to call yourself a mustachio gentleman. If you are trying to work with a little bit of peach fuzz or something, or you forgot to shave, just don't. It's not worth it, you're not impressing anybody, and we don't care.
Mr. Mustache?
So while I agree, everyone does love a good handlebar mustache. Handlebar mustache take a lot of work, and sometimes I think the hipster way is sometimes the way to go, like our bearded brethren. Is fly.
Well, I would ask you to explain the colloquial phrase fly. I feel it not necessary. The beard speaks for itself. We're not describing the entire facial hair. We're describing the mustache in and of itself. And it's difficult to call that a mustache because of the connection it lies with the rest of the facial hair. So, as for a mustache, I feel that it is only appropriate if you desire that facial hair to put the time and effort into doing it. Don't go halfway. Don't waste your time. Don't waste our time. Anything else?
Well, I agree. Once again, yes, like I said, the handlebar mustache is good. Takes a lot of time. It's good that you put the effort in. Sometimes it's nice to have a mustache, but no beard. Because, like, beards are like apparently one of the dirtiest things on the human body if you don't wash it regularly.
Dirty hair for dirty people.
The mustache is sometimes the better option if you would like a little bit of facial hair, but not the dirty option.
So you're saying you want a warm lip and a cold chin?
Yeah.
We're good. We're good?
Your Honor?
Was there really much of an argument there? There really wasn't.
Who do you think is correct, young man? You better not sway your opinion. Who do you think had the stronger argument?
Gonna have to go with blonde on this one.
Which makes the score 1-1. Welcome back to the show. The Ginger has wiped his nose and taken a bathroom break.
Yeah, I apologize if I sound bad. I'm really sick. Down to earth. Yeah, I don't feel well.
Our
So,
next question
why would you interrupt me like that?
for debate is it better to be honest and poor or dishonest and rich? Would you like to start?
Yes.
Okay.
I will start. I think this is a no-brainer. It's better to be honest and poor because in the world, richness is not counted in money. It's counted in how many people like you, and if you're honest, people are gonna like you.
I think this comes down to a deeper question. What is better? Are you talking about better for society or better for your own conscience? The hardest of choices require the strongest of wills. And ultimately, in order to do the most good in the world, it requires money, honestly. Now, while honesty would allow one to live a life of virtue, and I respect it, having money allows you to do more good in a broader sense for a greater amount of people than honesty. The difference between Bill Gates and Mother Teresa touched some lives, but the difference is that Bill Gates has made in the world with his economic employment and development in software is unparalleled and can't be touched.
Did anyone say that Bill Gates was a dishonest man?
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the difference between money and honesty. Because that is what
That
it
was
comes
not
down
the question. The question was, would it be honest? Would it be better to be honest and poor or dishonest and have money? If you're dishonest and you have a ton of money, what are you going to do with the money? You're going to keep it for yourself because you're dishonest. You're not a good person.
No, dishonesty does not relate to malintentions. Mal is in Spanish, by the way. Does not relate to malintentions. It more relates to just your truthfulness. That's what dishonesty means. If you would like to look it up, dishonesty means to not be truthful.
Nice.
So dishonesty, while not truthful, does not mean you cannot have good intentions. You can still do the right thing. And that's what I'm saying. If I was to be rich but dishonest, while I may not be truthful, and that would, I believe it, that would make me a worse person for it. I would be not a good person to be around. The ultimate betterness of the world would increase with me being rich as long as I would put that money in the right places.
Final statements?
Yes, I'll make a short final statement for the betterment of time. To put it simply, dishonesty transfers to a lot of different traits. Is like if you're dishonest, you're gonna lie, obviously, because it's truthfulness versus not. And lying leads to stealing, cheating, because if you do that kind of thing, you're gonna lie about it, say you didn't. You're gonna fake your tax returns, stuff like that, because that's dishonesty. I think we'll leave it there. Ginger, no, you
I would like to
that
declare a
was your final
slippery
statement.
slope fallacy.
That was
For
your
those of you at home who are aware what that means, my partner here has just employed a slippery slope fallacy, where he says that one effect will lead to another into another, making his argument faulty. I am therefore...
I don't know about if that's what it was.
2-1.
Ooh.
Ooh,
need the
you were
gap.
so close.
Didn't need the gavel on that
So
one.
close.
The next topic comes from our classmates. What is the best type of grass? Kyle?
Kentucky bluegrass.
Just gonna say, grass is tall. I mean,
Has nothing to do with the topic.
3-1.
Moving on.
Because you didn't answer a type of grass, 3-1.
Hey!
Moving on.
Would you rather pet a snake or pet a Komodo dragon?
snake or
Would you
are they friend? I'm gonna have to. Are they friendly? Like, Or
No,
like, are they like
they're both
wild?
the meanest.
They're both the meanest.
Yep.
Then we're gonna have to go. What type of snake is it? Poisonous?
Yes.
It's poisonous.
It's
snake.
not poisonous. It's venomous. Poisonous is
My
you eat
bad.
it, you die.
Venomous. Shoot.
I'm gonna go with the snake because he's taking too long. I know with this video to ramble on. I'm gonna go with the snake. Snakes have the way they attack, obviously with their fangs. They don't have a lot of movement with the neck, so as long as you grab them behind the head, you can pet them. And their scales are incredibly soft. They shed regularly, and they're smooth to the touch. They'd be incredible for petting, and you wouldn't even have to worry about it. You just grab them by the head, pet away.
Do you agree?
I agree that it would be. I've never felt a Komodo dragon. I have felt a snake. I think I might have to go with the Komodo dragon personally, just because I've never petted a Komodo dragon. But which one I think currently would be better to pet? I would think the snake, because I mean it's a snake. It's pretty cute.
So we agree.
It's pretty cute.
You agree? So the scores are still 3-1.
Okay.
Next question comes from the interwebs.
The interwebs.
Do you think the United States will ever have a woman president?
I would think eventually, because Murphy's Law, whatever can happen, will happen. So as long as women are allowed to be president, eventually, yes, it will happen.
Well, with Murphy's Law, even if they weren't allowed to be president, they would be president. That's Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen.
But if they're not allowed to be president,
Yeah,
it
the
can't
time.
happen.
Eventually it would.
Oh, well,
Because
if they can,
right?
eventually.
Think about it. If you were having this argument back when slavery was around, you'd say, well, there's never going to be a black president because it can't happen. But obviously it does because Murphy's Law. Anyways.
Either way, Murphy's Law explains it.
Yeah, I think obviously there's going to be a woman president. I don't know if it's soon. I think this question is phrased wrongly. I don't think it should be based off of whether she's a woman. I think it should be based off whether that individual has good morals and good character.
So we both agree.
Yeah, whether or not it's a woman has no bearing on the president's status. It's just the person.
So we agree again, so it makes 3-1 still. Our next question comes from our classmates. We'll start with the ginger. If you could meet one dead person, who would it be?
I'm an avid reader of history, and reading history, there's always the answer to the problem. This happened because of this, sort of a cause-effect relationship. Except for one instance in history called Roanoke, the Roanoke Society. And so I would go ask the leader of the Roanoke colony what happened. Not because it has an important bearing on today's society, but because I'm genuinely curious, and I think we need to know that answer. So asking them what happened, why it happened, and what could have been done to prevent it, I think would give humanity the greatest amount of knowledge that we can never regain. Blonde.
My mind is just boggled, because that's literally exactly what I was.
No, were you really?
Because I was trying to think of the guy that founded the Roanoke colony. Like, I couldn't remember if, like, we knew his name, and then, like, you said that, I'm like, that's exactly what...
This was not discussed over
It was not.
Wow.
break. This was just
Alright, so we were in agreement.
Yeah.
So
All
we're
right.
still 3-1. The next question comes from the interwebs once again. Which is the best season of the year?
Fall.
Winter. You're just wrong.
When's your birthday?
Would you like to be in?
My birthday is in the fall. December 6th.
When's your birthday?
My birthday's in the summer, which is even more reason why I love the winter. If you know what, it's easy to love the winter when your birthday's in there. Or Chris, oh look, I get presents. No, I love winter even when my car is frosted over and I gotta break the ice off with my elbow. I love winter because all the bugs die. They go to hell. I love winter because I get to make snow angels, have snow fights, go sledding, go skiing, any number of activities. I love winter because it's objectively the most comfortable season. Oh, it's a little chilly. Yeah, you're right. But also, I get to wear a hoodie all the time. Hoodies are the most comfortable article of clothing ever created. Also, I get to wear jeans. I don't have to worry about shorts or khakis or capri. Nah, I'll wear jeans, I'll wear a sweatshirt. I feel warm and comfortable. Not a big deal. Christmas, that's the best time of the year. And it happens to lie in winter. None of these things need to happen in order for winter to be the best. But because they do happen, it puts it so far above the others, this shouldn't even be debated.
Okay, I got 3 points. First one is, while all of the seasons are beautiful in, like, scenery, the fall is objectively the most beautiful of them all.
Subjectively.
Disagree.
And second fact, you can wear a sweatshirt all through fall, which I know I do and many others do at the school that
When's
we
your
are
birthday?
currently located. My birthday is in the fall. As previously stated by the Ginger, he said you can easily enjoy a season just because, it has Christmas or your birthday in it. Yes, my birthday is located in the fall, but he also
Is
said
your
that
birthday in December?
December 6th is part of the fall.
Ooh.
Winter doesn't start until December 22nd.
So
So
that's
Christmas
so
is
winter.
in the winter,
Oh.
and you can say, I like winter just because I get presents for
I thought you
Christmas.
said that it was
It's
December
just-
26th was when winter starts.
22nd.
22nd.
That's when winter starts.
Ah.
So your reasoning that, you may only like it because your birthday is in the fall, not a very good argument because, hey,
Great
you
argument.
just get presents in Christmas also.
Here's the thing though. We're not arguing about what is your favorite, it's which is the best.
21st, my bad.
Here is the best. The best is celebrating a holiday such as Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa, I suppose, if you're into that. All of those take place in the winter, and that is not changing depending on the individual, unlike yours. Yours, I like it because my birthday is in the fall. Well, my birthday's not in the fall, so why is it the best? Maybe it's your favorite, okay, that's fine, but it's not the best. The best is winter.
Final statement.
I'm not saying that I like it the most. I'm saying that it is the best, not because of my birthday. If you would like to call my birthday in the winter, you could because it's in December. But like I said before, you get presents at your birthday and at Christmas. So I don't feel Christmas is a very good example because just because you like to get presents in winter doesn't mean that it's the best.
I don't know about your materialistic society that you tend to describe, but I live in one where Christmas isn't about presents, it's about family. And I use that opportunity to visit my family. I mean, my family's coming down on Thursday, you know? And so having the time set aside to see those that you care about most, it puts winter in a league of its own that fall doesn't hope to describe. Well, yeah, fall has the monster mash and one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater. It doesn't have the cultural significance behind it that winter has with the songs, the family, and the Yuletide season.
Good on you for not being materialistic. But I would also like to say that Thanksgiving takes place in fall, and Thanksgiving
Is a season of gluttony that represents our misdoings to the pilgrims.
just as good for spending time with your family and just everyone getting together. As we said in one of our past videos, Thanksgiving is for family.
What follows Thanksgiving? Black Friday! Black Friday!
Mr. Beard?
Black Friday.
Hey.
Immediately following Thanksgiving. The most materialistic holiday of the world.
That's all getting cut out, by the way.
No, it's not.
Because it's after time.
No, it's not.
No, it's because I'm still making my decisions.
It's not
You're
getting
cut
cut
to your
out.
decision.
No, we're not.
I'm gonna
Black Friday. Think about it. It's the most materialistic.
Gonna have to go with the ginger here.
And the ginger wins. 4-1. Now, like the ginger said earlier, let's talk about Black Friday. Another question from the internet. When should Black Friday sales start?
I'm a big fan of giving families time to, giving workers time to spend with their families. So I don't think it should start till 8 o'clock on, I'd say no earlier than 8 o'clock because that gives plenty of time for them to eat dinner together.
Are you saying
Clean up.
Thursday?
Like
Thanksgiving, 8 o'clock,
8 o'clock on
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Okay.
Because it gives time for them to help clean up and say their goodbyes and then go off on their way because I know it's a big day of the year, a lot of sales, people enjoy the time, and I don't necessarily know that companies would want to go any or like later. They want the time for customers to spend money.
I'm gonna offer a really easy answer. When should Black Friday sales start? Never. They shouldn't start. Black Friday is an abomination. Black Friday represents everything that's wrong with our country and our culture that we live in. I mean, you have a day of thanks and family, as previously stated, immediately juxtapositioned with the commercial, needy, gluttonous attitude of Black Friday. So either Black Friday should be completely moved to another holiday. You know what? We'll put it in the spring. Or we just get rid of it entirely. Why don't you just make things more affordable? Allow people to shop. I don't understand why we have to have a specific 24-hour window of commercialism, of people getting trampled and run over just so you can get a better deal. And it's just as bad on the companies as it is the consumers. Both are responsible. Fostering these events is both not safe and not ethical.
I
All
would
statements.
just like to say that, in fact, Black Friday is not as like violent as it used to be. You don't hear stories anymore on the news of people fighting. It's not a thing. Most people do their shopping online. They just like the opportunity to get things at a cheaper price, which Black Friday was created to get us out of the Great Depression, and looks like it helped.
Okay, several things were created to get us out of the Great Depression, which we have since left since we are no longer in the Great Depression. Sort of like launching a rocket with the booster pads. Once you get off, you don't need them anymore. Those social reforms, which I agree helped commercialism, are no longer necessary. They instead take implications on the familial aspect of our society. I think the only way to remedy this is to completely get rid of the situation entirely. While not all of Black Friday deals are as chaotic as it may seem, some are. And if anyone gets hurt in those sales, it is a problem. And when people have a need to shop, they feel compulsive. And that compulsiveness causes them to be disrespectful towards both themselves, other customers, and the staff. That shouldn't be tolerated, and we shouldn't allow it.
Mr. Beard, and the final decision,
The blonde.
the blonde, which makes it 2-4.
All right.
We have a couple more questions left.
4 more?
A couple more blonde man.
Okay,
Son of a.
just go. I'll just spend
Next question from the interwebs. What are the best dating techniques out there?
Ooh.
Dating.
As men of many women sit across this couch.
Woo!
Dating.
It's getting spicy. All right, Blonde, would you like to start, my mustachioed brethren?
See, I don't think there is
Wait a
a.
second. This question goes out to a girl in our class. FG is for you, okay?
Okay.
Ooh.
Best dating techniques. I don't think that there is a number one dating technique out there. There's a bunch of different options nowadays. You've got like that speed dating stuff. Is that still a thing? I don't know. You got online dating. I don't. It just depends on what type of person you are and like how social you are. There's a bunch of different opportunities to find the one. You know, I don't think there is a single best one. It just depends on the person.
I'm a man of passion. If there are two things that I'm passionate about in this world, it's biology and it's sociology. Now you may be asking yourself, I don't understand. What do those have in common? You're gripping the edge of a chair? I'm about to tell you. The main point of biology and sociology, communication. Yeah. Communication is the most important thing in any relationship, whether on a micro level or a macro level. Okay? Communication is how you get your point across. It's how you spread your feelings. Communication is ultimately the greatest technique for not even just dating, for any sort of relationship in a new situation, in a new environment, to help others understand your desires and how you feel. It makes things more efficient. So the ultimate dating technique and the ultimate secret, I guess you could say, is communication. And I'm not talking about just meaningless correspondence over text or phone or whatever. I'm talking about actual communication that's efficient and gets a point across.
This debate is over. Beard?
You're gonna have to go with the gender.
I'm sorry. It's biology.
5.
Pretty sure you just argued two different things, but I mean.
I have 3
I think
questions
it's the
left.
point.
Sorry you won't miss it.
If the blonde gets all 3, we'll have a tiebreaker question.
Not gonna happen.
The
I'm
next
gonna
question.
agree with him.
Spring or mountain water?
Ooh.
If you agree all 3 times, automatically goes to a tiebreaker.
What? Oh, now he's gonna agree.
You can
Out
start.
of complete
You
suspicion.
can start.
You know what? I have to do it to you. Mountain. It's mountain all the way. You can taste the clarity in the water. It is a true fact. Heat rises. That heat cooks the imperfections from the water. As the water is collected from the mountain, the glacier that once formed that water goes into your esophagus, is consumed, and utterly delights your life. Blonde, how do you respond?
Spring water is the best. Can you bring the camera down here really close? he argued for mountain water as the best tasting water. That is in fact the brand. It is spring water. So, arguably, if he likes this the best, I mean,
That's not my water bottle. It was used for a symbol.
I mean, all I have to say is spring water is the best. I mean, he said mountain, but he just argued for spring. So
I think this debate is over.
No, it is not over.
The blonde is the winner.
The
blonde is the
I
winner.
literally
Next
grabbed that
question.
for an image. Was not even like saying it's his water.
Next question.
So
sir.
that no, we're staying.
We're
on
moving
this
on. We're moving on.
Ketchup?
So stupid.
or mustard.
Ooh.
Mustard. Ketchup is so gross. If you want a tomato-based product, eat salsa. Mustard. Okay, here's the thing. Mustard has so many different varieties and types. There's always one to suit your needs. Ketchup is just nasty. It's just nasty. If you want a tomato-based product, eat salsa. Salsa's delightful. However, mustard is superior.
See, I do not agree with either. I think that neither of them should be used on foods such as hot dogs or, I don't know, hamburgers. I feel like the optimal
Are you
topping
American?
is barbecue sauce. And here's why. Barbecue
On a
sauce,
hot dog.
yes, can be both savory, sweet, spicy, all of them at the same time. I don't know about you, but I've tried some pretty good barbecue sauces, and they just make everything much more phenomenal. You can, if you're a spicy guy, you can have the hottest out there. If you're a sweet person, you can have the most pineapple-y barbecue sauce there is. If you're a savory person, I don't know what things are savory,
Umami.
but all I know is barbecue sauce has a bunch of different options, and if you want all the options, you can have it all in one barbecue sauce.
Mr. Beard.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I feel like that what just happened speaks for itself.
Gonna have to go with the blonde on this
The
one.
blonde. Which makes us 4-4-5.
This is ridiculous.
Last question. If the blonde gets it, we'll go into a tiebreaker.
What the heck?
If not, good old Ginger wins. Would you rather be hit in the face with a bat by a math or science teacher? You may start.
How? I started last
Can I start?
time.
Okay, you
I
can start.
would like to start. Would you like to defer to me since this is your option? Would you like to defer?
I've already deferred.
Okay. Science teacher all the way. There's only one reason and one reason only. Science teachers have a better understanding of physics in general, especially if they're a physics teacher. So they know how to swing that bat to hit you the hardest. I would rather get hit in the face by a math teacher, because science teachers know how to swing the bat. Sorry, worded that wrong in the beginning, but I thought the question was which would you rather not get hit in the face. But yeah, science teacher is gonna hurt a lot. They're probably gonna be knowledgeable about physics. Math teacher, yeah.
Even Sunshine. Here's my proposition. Everyone who's ever taken a math class, close your eyes. Imagine the teacher lecturing. What's happening? Are they rifling through a textbook? No. They're up on the board, arm in the air, writing out math problems all day. You know how strong their arms are? They're insane. They're writing math problems. Science teachers are flipping through the textbook trying to find the cell chapter. No. Math teachers, calculus, algebra, they got 30 pages of notes. They're spiraling on the board. You're crying. You don't know what's happening. Someone's throwing up in the back. You're just getting after it. That's why math teachers are straight up freaks. Their arms are so strong. You get murdered. Well, I understand a science teacher, they're not that strong. It doesn't take that much effort to go through a textbook, grade a couple quizzes. Not a big deal. Math teacher spends all their time writing furious problems up on the board and scribbling it out. Their arms are so strong, unreal. Getting hit by a math teacher equals death. That's a quick math problem for you. Science teacher, way easier. I'd rather get hit by a science teacher. No rebuttals.
I don't know what's going on. The winner, Mr. Beard.
By the way, I could not say my point into the camera for fear of endangering someone's self-esteem.
We're talking in general.
Well,
So you argued for. You'd
I'd rather get hit by the math teacher. Because
I'd rather get hit by a
it's
science teacher, dude. Mrs. Worley. After you do the same thing. I'm talking about
That's
this.
Rose Blanc.
On what grounds?
5-5.
What grounds?
See, but
He has
the
no
Dorian
argument.
didn't act as Zork. The last question that we will discuss today. The bonus question. Whoever wins this wins everything. Cats or dogs?
I lost.
And with that, what was your side to that argument?
Dogs.
Dogs are the best pet, and the ginger is the winner.
Just fall.
If we get to 100 subscribers, we will make more videos. But for now, thank you very much. Thank you for your time.